Chris Stevens.
Mr. Speaker, I want to confine my observations also to the lack of military planning and the lack of equipment that was provided to our service personnel in Iraq. Mr. Speaker, on page 127, the executive summary of the Iraq inquiry, it says, the MOD was slow in responding to the developing threat in Iraq from improvised explosive devices. The range of protected mobility options available to commanders was limited. Although work had begun before 2002 to source an additional PPV, it was only ordered in July 2006 following ministerial intervention. Mr. Speaker, Royal Highland Fusilier Gordon Gentle, a 19-year-old man, died in a snatched Land Rover which was destroyed by a roadside bomb or IED. He volunteered for the position of top cover, looking out from the top of that vulnerable vehicle. The vehicle travelled from Basra towards the Kuwaiti border, a route dubbed IED Alley by some soldiers. If that vehicle had been fitted with an electronic jammer, known as an Element B, that would have blocked radio signals controlling insurgent roadside bombs. Gordon Gentle could still be alive today if that had been carried out. These vehicles were inferior to the replacement Masters, which arrived in the conflict zone 2.5 years later. The snatched Land Rover was not the vehicle that should have been used when people were trying to constantly blow them up. When Gordon Gentle was killed, lessons were not learned that day, and why it took so long for those vehicles to be replaced should be investigated. Mr. Speaker, Gordon's mother is Rose Gentle, who has campaigned vigorously to get answers in this inquiry. And she wrote to me last night and she asked me to read this out. As a mother that lost her son in the Iraq war, I am disgusted and shocked at the way Tony Blair took us into Iraq. He misled Parliament and he misled the whole country. He should be held in contempt. Let the people of the country who vote know that their feelings and their voices matter. Mr. Blair cannot be allowed to walk away while military families suffer. Mr. Speaker, I concur with those remarks. Rose Gentle has done tremendous work for charities, Soldiers Off Our Streets, and as I've said earlier, was in London last week to hear the results of the Iraq inquiry. I support the calls of my right honourable and honourable friends that Tony Blair needs to be held to account. But in addition, Mr. Speaker, I think it's important that the state issue a formal apology to those who lost loved ones for failing to equip them and failing them in terms of being able to defend themselves. Mr. Speaker, thank you very much.
Yeah.